The Red Cathedral is a dice and rondel-based resource management game released in 2020 and designed by Isra C. and Shai S. with art by Kimo Roman and Pedro Sota. The goal is to impress Ivan the Terrible by completing work on St. Basil's Cathedral in 16th century Moscow. I don't think this job comes with any benefits. To set up, place the main board in the middle of the table. Place one random face-up resource tile each on the spaces around the inner circle. Separate the influence cards by group and place one random card from each group face-up on the 4 outer spaces. Roll the 5 dice and, starting in the section next to the recognition resource tile, place one each in the sections clockwise around the circle. Separate the cathedral cards into a deck each for bases, middle sections, and domes, then shuffle each deck. Draw one random building plan card for the indicated player count, and set up the plan using the indicated cathedral cards with the building cost side up. Place one random workshop tile face up on each of the cathedral cards. Each player chooses an available color and takes the corresponding workshop board, banners, ornamentations, and score markers. Place 4 of the banners on inventory spaces of the workshop board with 2 to the side, and the ornamentation along the top of the board. Place the score markers on the 2 space of the score track. Place the resources and rubles within reach of all players and give each player between 3 to 5 starting rubles. The first player is chosen randomly. In the Red Cathedral, players are construction teams competing to earn the most recognition and prestige by completing sections of the planned cathedral using the resources of lumber, brick, stone, gold, and gems. The game is played over a variable number of turns, with each player performing one of 3 basic actions: claiming a cathedral section, building cathedral sections, or acquiring resources from the market. Claiming a section has a player place one of their banners on any non-claimed section that is on the bottom row or immediately above a previously claimed section. They take the workshop tile there and place it on one of the spaces on their board. If placed face down, nothing else happens. Otherwise, they must pay the printed cost to place it face up, receive the reward shown, and also have that reward for future turns. Building sections involves a player delivering up to 3 materials from their inventory to any sections they have claimed. If this completes a section, the points and rubles shown are earned, and the card is flipped to show the finished side, with the player's banner remaining on the card. Build actions can also be used to deliver ornamentations, which offer both additional prestige as well as presence in the column for endgame scoring. To acquire resources, simply choose a die in the market and move it forward a number of sections equal to the value shown on the die. If this would place it in a section that already has 3 dice, choose another die. After moving the die, collect the resources shown on the section for each dice there, activate a claimed face-up workshop tile that matches the color of the die moved, use one of the actions on the influence card in that quadrant if desired, and re-roll all dice in that section. Resources gained are placed in the player's inventory on their board, up to the maximum space available, but previously claimed resources cannot be discarded. Once any player has constructed their 6th cathedral card, the game end is triggered and all other players receive one final turn. Points are awarded for majority presence on each tower, as well as any remaining materials and rubles. The player with the most points wins, with ties broken by most completed sections and most ornamentations. Make it pretty! I'm not entirely certain when in my board game journey I picked this one up, but I do recall the decision making that went into getting it. It went something like, "Do I need this in my life?" I asked myself. To which I replied to myself, "Why are you asking me? What makes you think I have any idea what you need?" That was a weird Thursday. Regardless, I purchased this game and was delighted to open the small box and see how packed with components it was. I have since obviously replaced the original box to make room for the expansion, still finding the new casing to be pretty stuffed. It comes with a straightforward and engaging single-player mode and scales well from 2 to 4 players. Its art style and table presence belies the simplicity of its gameplay, which in turn belies the depth of its strategy and choices. I don't imagine this will ever leave my collection, and I'll happily return to its labors anytime. I'm always game.